Going in for breakfast, 5 a.m. August 14th for breakfast before baby's born. Oh, ew! Mark is not getting breakfast before we go to the hospital. It's too early for him, but he is excited that we're having a baby girl this morning, or maybe tonight. I am getting... here it is.
Did you change your mind or no? Okay.
Thank you.
You betcha.
Thank you.
I'll be right back with the coffee for you.
This is the D-Day meal. My last meal. I'm told I can't eat at the hospital. This is the hospital that baby's gonna be born in. Mark's trying to figure out where we have to go. It's 7 a.m. We're not going to emergency. Mark's gonna bring me up in the little golf cart.
Come on. Ow. Let's get you admitted into the Memorial Medical Center.
You have to have a badge to get in these on this one. Employees, cafeteria people, all that. I got which way it was going to open.
Remember where to go, Mark. Is this the maternal ward then?
This is where it's going to all be done. I'll be sure. You guys know what you're having?
Girl.
A little girl. It's the season for girls. Seems like everyone's having girls.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. That's so cute.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to give us a urine sample, wipe yourself front to back, feel a little in the toilet, and then it's...
So I've checked in and I've gotten my first meal. There's Mark.
What?
My first meal is a soup, a popsicle, and juice. They told me I wasn't supposed to eat, but I guess I can have a soup and a popsicle.
Okay, no more taking
Mark
pictures of me.
staying entertained during my laboring.
No more pictures of me.
Stomach hurts. He's having a rough day. So I was just informed about my options of Cervidil versus Cytotec versus rubber balloon something versus Pitocin. And we've decided to go with Cervidil because Cervidil is the least potentially stressful for baby. It is going to move things along slowest so as not to potentially cause the baby to be stressed in her heart rate and stuff like that. So we decided just to take it slow, and my nurse described it as a nudge to help me progress along with my own contractions versus just taking something that's gonna chemically induce a whole bunch of contractions all at once when maybe my body or the baby's not ready for that yet. So we're pretty happy with this decision, although it could take up to 12 hours for the Cervidil to soften and thin my cervix, but she did say that it could, while it's softening and thinning my cervix, that I could go into spontaneous labor. So I was happy about that. And she also said that I'm not 1 centimeter dilated, but that I am 70% effaced. And so we've got here at 7, and it's now 10 a.m., and they're about to give me the Cervidil. So So Mark just went to Walmart, so I'm gonna give you a quick update. We got to the hospital at, 7 a.m. yesterday, August 14th. It's now 9:45 a.m. the following day, so I've been here over 24 hours. And the reason is because I decided to get induced with Cervidil, which is a more mild form of induction, and it took 12 hours just for it to soften my cervix and thin it out. Because they said if you jump right into Pitocin, it can be like banging your hand against a brick wall, where you're getting contractions and nothing's actually happening and your cervix isn't dilating. So they said the Cervidil's good because even though it takes longer, it thins everything out so that when the contractions do come, they happen fast and the cervix is ready to go. So I didn't know that before getting here. And then after the Cervidil, I was still, after 12 hours, dilated only to 1 centimeter. And so at that point, I had a couple more options, and I decided to go with the balloon, which I don't remember the actual name for it right now, but it's a balloon, and this was very terrible. And the first time she did it, when she put it in, I went to go to the bathroom and it fell out. Then I reached the horrifying realization that she was going to have to reinsert it and I was going to have to go through all that again. So she did reinsert a new clean one, obviously, and it hurt just as bad, if not worse, the second time. And the whole point of this is so that it's supposed to manually expand the cervix, I guess forcefully, but what's good about this method and why I picked it was because there were no chemicals involved. And I knew it was going to hurt, but I figured it was going to be worth it because I figured even though that was going to hurt, it still would be overall less painful than the pain that Pitocin would cause if I got induced with that and then just had to get the epidural because I wasn't able to take the pain. I laid down and I started having by far the most intense contractions I've ever had. They were for the first time real labor contractions. And that went on for about 3 hours before I couldn't, I needed something. So they gave me Nubain, and when they told me they could give me a medication, I was like, yeah, I don't think any of your medication's gonna make this pain go away, unless it's the epidural or something. And she was like, no, this will knock you out. And I was like, okay, fine. Immediately, I felt a wave of tingling and I guess numbness and euphoria come all over my body and my mind, like almost right away. It was because it was in the IV. And it felt really good. I was able to sleep for about 7 hours. Woke up this morning around 7 o'clock and I was dilated to 4 centimeters. So, long story short, the whole purpose of that balloon was to get me to 4 centimeters without chemical induction, and it did, and I would say it was worth it in the long run because now, even though I'm still here the next day, I'm starting out fresh with rest, a new day, and I feel great. So I was kind of confused about why I feel so good this morning if my contractions last night were so bad. And it's because the balloon was forcefully pushing out on my cervix and basically like forcing it open really fast. And that's why it hurt so bad. It's just hard getting in the new mindset of all that pain I went through yesterday with them trying to get that thing up my cervix and then the contractions that came along with the balloon. And now I'm just having to start over. But I'm trying to stay positive. and just think of today as a new day, and I'm kind of starting all over with this labor business. It's just kind of weird because I've been here 24 hours and I can't believe I'm sitting here and I don't have a baby yet. So, try to stick to my original plan, which was as labor comes on, for pain, if I need to use the nitrous gas, I'll use that. If I need to use the hot tub, I'll use that. And then if I just can't take any more, my plan was to use the epidural. It is now 5 p.m., August 15th, and we've been here almost 36 hours. And I had just got started or done taking Cyto something, which was a pill, and it didn't do anything. So I had to take that and wait for 4 hours. No contractions from that. Now finally, I told them I'm ready to start Pitocin because I have no other options. My water broke this morning at 10 a.m. And so now I'm actually excited to start Pitocin. And I have my gas. So I'm just going to use natural pain techniques and nitrous gas as much as I can for now. And just not worry about the future. And just kind of focus on right now. And we'll see how it goes. So I'm standing here watching The Office. And Mark is on his phone. Starting to feel these contractions. And Mark is on his phone, doing updates. I'm just being honest, I don't think there's any way I could have calmed myself through that. The contractions were coming so hard and fast after the Pitocin. They were so hard and so fast. And it was like the pain in my lower belly, but then it became too much. And then the nitric gas, I didn't like it. I just didn't like the way it made me feel. All confused. Hey. So, they told me I am ready to have this baby. She came in to feel me and she said that I have no cervix left. Her finger didn't even go in that far and baby's head is right there. And it's 6 a.m. on, I'm so confused. August 16th will be her birthday. We've officially been here, if I have this baby at 7, we will have been here for 3 whole days. And I also got the epidural because the nitrous gas wasn't enough. And I endured 3 hours of the extreme pain before it was insurmountable. So you don't think it'd be good to take a video with your phone? You can use a big camera. And I have my mini jam box with my birth playlist. Mark's getting his camera ready. The nurses are getting ready to come in. Don't you worry. I know. We'll make it quick.
I know, but it's because they're exposed to the air, a little bit. So they're like. Put it over. We're just gonna put her on a dry one. Did you have your first poop?
Yeah, you did.
Hey, you did good.